Supreme Court refuses to entertain PIL seeking scrapping of Trai new directives on commercial SMS and calls. The Supreme Court on Monday refused to hear a PIL challenging Telecom Regulatory Authority latest directive on commercial SMS. A bench comprising Chief Justice S.A. Bobde, A.S. Bopanna, and R. Subramaniam declined to entertain the petition filed on behalf of advocate Deepak Kansal, averring that the latest directive violated citizens' fundamental right to privacy by creating a mega database of user preferences and promulgates consent and content of SMS received on a mobile number by sharing the data across multiple business entities. When the case was called for hearing, Advocate Jitendra Mohan Sharma appeared for the petitioner and brought to the court attention to Regulation 12. Senior Advocate Rakesh Dwivedi raised a preliminary objection, adding that there are petitions already pending in the Delhi High Court which have challenged the validity of the regulations, while others have challenged their implementation. At this juncture, Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde told Sharma to intervene in the Delhi High Court if required and indicated that the top court shall not be entertaining this plea. The plea, which was being referred in the top court today, was moved by Paytm before the High Court of Delhi, seeking a direction to be issued to Trai as well as to various telecom operators to ensure compliance with the TCC/PR regulation. It is the case of the petitioners that non-compliance with the guidelines have led to rise in the cases of unsolicited commercial calls and SMS sent to customers to commit online fraud and phishing. Kansal contends in his plea that the said regulation in the plea has oblique motives, which has a great degree of control and surveillance, while masking a reference to Hyderabad based software company Tanla Solutions. The plea has averred that the said company is an implementing partner and is a private player in the market operating for Bharti Airtel, Vodafone Idea, and state-run Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. The plea stated this regulation impinges upon the privacy of individuals at all levels by creating a priceless mega database of commercial relationships, habits, and preferences of each and every mobile phone user, that is more than 100 crore individuals. In this context, it was averred that the regulation has mandated participation of all entities which are engaged in business activities as well as government bodies, political parties, welfare organizations, etc. Even the Supreme Court of India itself, to name a few, to register on a proposed DLT, distributed ledger technology based portal with all client consent, content database, and fine grained individuals preference database, the plea reads. Kansal contended that the regulation goes beyond the scope of powers which have been entrusted upon the regulator under the Trai Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act 2080. Also is a work of gross regulatory overreach, as Trai has assumed a sort of self-orchestrated prevalence in the commercial communications domain over all other similarly placed regulators, say RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, etc., to name a few, the plea states. Kansal has referred to a 9-judge bench on the right to privacy, K.S. Puttaswamy, which struck down the central government's regulation on Aadhaar. The judgment also declared the right to privacy as a fundamental right. Such information about transaction of any nature being done by individuals were dead at very root of the privacy of an individual. Example, information related to his or her payments, business dealings, personal nature expenditures, health related or financial private information like consumption habits, personal travel history, etc. Excerpt of plea. So, furthermore, it is averred by the petitioner that the choice of consumers in the context has no relevance at all, as he is left in a situation where he must meekly submit consent. This, the plea states, leads to him surrendering his privacy, else be barred from receiving critical commercial information needed to keep an individual updated. Thank you, that's for all.